Hello and welcome to this Brainbox episode 3, where I'm, of course, together with my good friend Francesco. If you haven't met him, then say hello to Francesco.
Hello, friends.
And we are once again joined by Paddy, that you might already know. If not, say hello to Paddy.
Hi there. So I'm Paddy.
And my name is Carsten. I'm an agile scrum master facilitator, whatever we call it. The idea is to illustrate a concept in 7 minutes, and the prompt will be randomly selected by this spinner, and then we will see how it goes. All of us three will use the same prompt, but we don't yet know, so we will just see how it goes, because what's the worst thing that can happen, right? So I will just prepare a timer for 7 minutes in a second, but let's see. So I click. And we are going to, let's see, illustrate public transport. One visual for the overall concept, and this prompt was suggested by Annette Maier. So let's see what's the worst thing that can happen, right? So I will start a timer for 7 minutes, and then we will see how far we get, or not.
Move over here. Okay, so let's just write this down at the up here. Public transport. It's kind of interesting when you think of public transport. I only really have bad memories. As probably a student who used to use public transport.
To my mind, well, there's a bus, double-decker bus, likely. How can I know that it's double-decker? Because we've got windows. Maybe a bigger one here. And then we have a second row of windows. And let's add just a little bit of splash of color. This one and this one. So we know that this is just in case we don't know. Currently this is the backer. Let's call a little bit of tires. A little bit further. There we go. And maybe it's going. And oops. Oh, it's flying. It was not intentional, but it's kind of.
Then again, typically you have these kind of blocks that are joined up in some way, and then probably something that, let's zoom out of this a little bit, so something that has a sort of front to it like that, with again some wheels underneath, and again we'll have a front to it, and probably a couple of windows. There we go, on the tracks there. And then I was sort of thinking about some of the more modern types of public transport that might come in the future. So maybe if we think about, let's see if I can draw this, something like a drone. So we've got the sort of propellers on the top here. Let's try another one over here. And then they seem to have this kind of circle over here, almost like a camera looking at you. And then maybe there's these platforms so that when it lands, I'm sort of thinking of a one of those drone taxis, maybe in Dubai, that they're currently trialing out. So maybe that's another form of public transport. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with my traditional transport.
This. Perfect. Perfect. It's a strong word. Okay. So now again, maybe color my wheels. This time I'll do it in a slightly different way. And I want to intentionally leave it black and white. Or let's say in grayscale. I'm gonna add my gray. To see how they compare.
Of train. Not super trivial to see. Let's see. Should maybe have positioned the train a bit further ahead to show that that was also there. What more types of public transportation? I still have 2 minutes.
We could kind of show that it's been this big splodge of glue that's been put in the way of the bus. There we go. And that's going to slow it down. And so that kind of depicts this notion of it's ever for it to come. And then actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to erase this part here. And we're going to show this same person who's been waiting here for like ages. And we're going to show that they've aged a little bit. Yeah. There you go. They've got knobbly knees. And by now they have a walking stick. And we can show that this person has aged. And I guess to show that this person has been waiting a long, long time, we're going to put another clock over here. And then maybe the time.
Kinda. Trying to get to the bus. It's not maybe the best person running, but you know. If we add some color just to give some body to the person, and let's make them orange. Okay. Here we have, with 2 seconds left, a second interpretation of someone who's trying to catch the bus.
So that was public transportation in 7 minutes. I'm super curious to see what the others have done, and I'm hoping that you got inspired. So how would you draw public transportation in 7 minutes? And if you have ideas for prompts we should add to our spinner, please leave them in a comment. That would be awesome. And thanks a lot, Annette, for coming up with this public transportation prompt. That's it. Have a super awesome day.